Hello everyone and welcome back to Rayman 2 The Great Escape on the SEGA Dreamcast. I am Unwell Sheep and today we're going to be tackling the bayou. I think that's the name of this level anyway. But we're not going to do that just yet. If you look behind us, there's actually a hidden passageway. And if we go here, we'll actually see this little portal area with Lee the fairy. Now what you want to do is basically you want to press D-pad down, I believe, and you'll communicate with her. If you have collected enough nums, if you collected enough lums, by the time you get to this point, she'll offer you a secret level. Now this secret level, you can gain even more lums, and it's basically a time attack race sort of deal. I believe there's only 2 of these in the entire game, but don't quote me on that. Basically, as you can tell, it's a checkpoint race. You've got a time limit that goes down, and you have to reach each checkpoint before the time limit finishes. It's actually quite tricky. I'm not gonna lie. The only bit of advice I can really give you is don't stop moving. If you stop moving, you've already lost. So just continue moving as fast as you can. When you're on these bridgy parts where they start shaking, what you want to do is basically jump before the parts break off. Otherwise, you're going to fall into the ocean below, lose a lot of health. You don't want that to happen. Although, I must say, the music in this stage is really funky. I love this track. I really do. And, it's not many people I know that actually know of this level. I mean, it's kind of out of the way. It's kind of hard to find. The only reason I managed to find it is because I'm into those Insomniac Spyro games, so I'm too used to looking behind me now when I start levels off, so there's that. But there's not much to really explain. You got a lot of spider webs you need to boop off, and you gotta do a lot of gliding. Gliding is probably your least favorite thing to do in this stage because, as you can see, I almost didn't make that checkpoint because I was gliding down, and the gliding moves so slowly, it's unbelievable. Fortunately, the stage as a whole very quick, it's very easy, and we're pretty much getting pretty close to the end as it is now, I believe. Whenever you're on the last few jumps though, it's best to save gliding until the last possible moment so you can get the more speed out of your jumps. Otherwise, you're probably just not going to make it. It's really, really strict with the time limits. You need to be fast. Really fast to get by. I'm not even joking. And those lums I missed, I'm not going back from. I can't be bothered with this level again. So there's one reason why this ain't 100% LP. But there we go, we made it, and because of that, what do we get? Our bonus reward is nothing. Because she says get some energy, but I have full health. Extra energy means nothing to me. So basically it is a gigantic waste of time this is. Good fun though, good fun. Anyway, now that we've done that stage, which is called the Walk of Life, let's just move on back to the Michael Bay. Yeah, I call it the Michael Bay stage. There's a lot of explosions anyway, it makes sense. Just go back here and continue moving through. But as you can quite easily guess, the majority of the stage is going to be us chasing after the ship. And the ship will also be shooting bombs at us as well. So basically, just keep an eye out, and whenever you see a bomb hovering towards you, very slow like, just throw your energy pellets at it and it'll explode. And you'll be safe to go. Now this by here is when the aiming system didn't really work out for me, because what I was trying to do was aim and get this cage from way over the platform, but I just couldn't get the aiming to work. Sometimes it goes like that, it's really annoying when it does. Fortunately, it's quite rare when aiming doesn't work, so it shouldn't be that big a deal. And did that bomb just clip through the wall? Okay then, fine, I don't care. Anyway, the stage is, like I said, very simple. There's not much going on, very slow paced. And I think the game wants you to take this stage at quite a speedy pace, but there's not much to go on. I mean, just take the same advice I said in the previous running level, where jump at the last possible moments on these things. Every now and then when you're on these wooden platforms, the ship will shoot a bomb which will blow up the platform. And it's not a big deal to deal with, but be careful, because when the bombs blow up the platform, you have like half a second time to react and jump. Otherwise, you fall into the water below, and I think you see me do that later. But anyway, just take out the pirates and use a couple of those dead zombified chickens again. I can't tell if they're meant to be chickens or ducks. I really think they're chickens. But to be fair, there's no real way to find out, sadly. Just continue going on. Again, the stage isn't that long, and both of the stages in this part are really, really short levels. As such, it's a short part, which is, in a way, I'm kind of thankful for. In a way, I'm not, because I like to get more. I like to get a lot done, you see. Let's just continue moving onwards. Now, this by here is where I think I die, because it catches me off guard. I jump at the last possible moment, and I sort of clip through the floor as I'm trying to jump. So, really, there's going to be a lot of instances in this stage where you need to sort of think on your feet like that. It's more common in later levels as well when stuff like that happens, because later levels you're going to have, it's going to be a bit of a similar sort of level design to this, but it's going to be a little bit more intense and faster paced, which means it's going to be a hell of a lot more interesting, that's for sure. But of course, this cage by here is actually a very easy cage to miss, because not many people would actually think to go over here. Which is strange considering it is kind of really there. It's very easy to tell there's a cage there, but I always see people miss it. I don't know why. Anyway, what you want to do by here is just move that cage from the distance, just to make it easier. And there we go. It's fortunate that the lums can clip through objects, otherwise we'd be screwed in getting those last couple of lums in that final cage there. But this stage is one of the easier stages 200% on your first time through as well, because there's a lot of... basically everything's out in the open. It's very hard to go through the stage and not find everything. Of course, you want to be careful of the piranhas as well as they jump in the water. They're quite a big threat in this stage in particular. Fortunately, the platforming as a whole is easy, but we're still way early days into the game yet. This is nowhere near close to the end. Like, I think this LP is going to be one of my longer ones. I really do. Well, at this point anyway, it might be around the same length as Donkey Kong if I'm lucky. But anyway, pirates as usual, just spam them as much as you can with your energy pellets, they'll eventually die. Later on we're going to get a move which allows us to charge up our energy pellets and fire them off Mega Man style at the enemies. So, yeah, I kind of like that. Actually, now that I think about it, the combat in this game does remind me a lot of Mega Man Legends. It's like if Mega Man Legends had a lock-on button, it would be pretty much this. Mega Man Legends is a good game. I just wish I could get myself a copy of it anytime soon. Like, I've played it, but I don't actually own the game, and finding a copy of that game is really hard. It's really expensive and rare to find. It's insane. Which is a shame, because I want it. But I digress. Anyway, move across here. The very obvious lum will point out where you're meant to go, because otherwise you can't make this jump without that switch being pushed. So just check it out. And now we're getting introduced to a new enemy type. This guy by here, we can't kill. The only way to kill him is to basically jump off the edge and sort of U-turn back on the edge while he's chasing you. So then he'll run off the edge himself and die, and you'll be safe. He's a very awkward enemy to take care of, so you know. Anyway, what we're going to want to do by here is push the button, and as you can tell by the timer clock, the button is timed. So reach the end of this corridor as quick as you can, dodging these scythes. Yeah, scythes, that works. And if you're good enough, you'll be able to get to the end before the lasers cut back on. Also, these barrels, I must say, they aren't as big a threat as you'd think. Like, if you jump on top of the barrels, you can actually even use them as a spring to bounce you higher. Which you won't see me use too much until a later level when it becomes a big deal to try and do that, because it makes things so much easier. But anyway, there's the final cage of the stage, and of course another health boost, which I love. I love getting health boosts. And the final lum, so yeah, we 100% this level. And unlike the other levels, I'm cutting, well, unlike the last time I got 100% of the level, I'm cutting out the bonus stage, so don't worry too much about that, folks. So, there we go, there's this stage done, and next time we'll return in the Menhir Hills, I think it is. I always forget. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you've enjoyed, don't be sheepish, people. And I'll catch you all next time in... Please be the Menhir... Oh, the Sanctuary of Water and Ice. That's even better. That's my favourite stage of the game. So I'll catch you all next time on my favourite level. Thanks for watching, people. See yous after. Bye!